Peace is a quiet environment, the absence of violence, but beyond the absence of violence, peace for me is the provision of the basic human rights, basic social services for people. Peace is waking up in the morning and not having to struggle for a meal. Peace is waking up and your child has a fever and there is adequate Medicare. Peace for me is young children being able to play without the fear of being gunned down by stray bullets. Peace for me is a young mother having her first baby and not having to die of maternal birth-related circumstances. Peace for me is safe drinking water. Peace for me is a respect for everyone's right to live, express themselves, and to be what they want to be. I think personally, one of my biggest accomplishment was my ability to take care of my children as a single struggling mother, giving them the kind of life that many single mothers in my situation at the time were unable to give their children. The sacrifice that I made to give them a good, comfortable and protective life, I see it as a great accomplishment for me. Personally, again, my ability to go back to school after 4 children and to have a graduate degree that I can say I'm proud of. Professionally, my greatest accomplishment is that I was able to turn my anger as a young child living through war into something that is now a mirror globally of what can happen if an individual is able to transform some of the negative energy into something positive. When I say this to mean that the work that I have been doing over the years for peace didn't come because I purpose to be a peace builder. It came as a result of my anger. And so I see that the ability to transform the anger that I felt into something that can face or change communities. My second greatest professional accomplishment has, for me, been my ability to mobilize people for good. My next goal for Liberia as a country is to begin and set into motion, along with partners in this country, a process of national reconciliation. My next goal as a citizen of the continent of Africa is to continue to advocate for women's involvement in peace and peace-building processes, but also to be a loud voice on issues of reproductive rights and family planning for the African woman. My next goal is also to promote issues of girls in leadership at different community levels. Globally, my next goal is to continue to be a voice for women, a voice for peace, a voice for security, and a voice against some of the quote-unquote just wars that are being waged globally. Yes, one of my biggest regrets is that I have been unable, due to my busy life, to be the kind of mother for my children that I would love to be, spend the kind of time that I would love to spend with them. My son, my third son, is 15 and he's a footballer. I've never, for the years that he's played soccer, been able to go to any of his games. I've missed many precious moments of my children's life as a result of the lifestyle that I've chosen. That is a regret. But if I had the opportunity to do it again, would I do it differently? No. Every leader has their own unique skills, their own unique abilities, and their own unique capabilities. And I think one of the unique skills that defines me as Leymah is my ability to easily let go. I don't hold on to anger very long. It happens, we talk about it, and I'm done. I think that makes people very comfortable in working with me, that I'm open, I don't know how to hold on to things. The other thing is that I see people as equals, regardless of if they are children. I see good in everyone. I think that's those two things I would think are unique to me as a person. Mobilizing people. Oh, I can mobilize any group of people to action. I have that thing of just going out there and making people see something in themselves and making them believe in a cause and making them wanting to rise up and do something. That's my biggest strength. And I think on my feet when I'm under pressure. That's when I think fastest. One of my one of the weaknesses that sometimes I get very, very upset about is I would say, my passion for women's rights sometimes makes me sometimes cause me not to think objectively. So if I think a woman is being harmed, I just jump into it. I used to be a free thinker and a free talker. Now as a Nobel laureate, I have to choose my words carefully because I have become a symbol for peace and reconciliation in deeply divided communities. So my choice of words now has to be, so that's for me is a problem. The advantage of being a laureate is that I have a big platform, that my platform has enlarged, it has widened, and the audience have become many. My cause has a lot of ears now. Before I was just a local girl. Today I am a global girl. The safety of my children, their future, the conduct of the world. I have a theory that the world is upside down, and good most often is seen as evil, and evil is seen as good. Those are some of the things that keep me up at night. See the good in everyone, and don't see what you think as the evil in that person. If we all were looking at individuals not as rats and cockroaches, but as humans that have some good in them, it would foster peace in our communities.